if your phone already feels like it has too much control over your day. This next shift is going to feel personal. Google is trying to make Android less like a screen full of apps and more like an AI agent that moves through the phone for you. And that puts Apple in a very awkward spot. Here's the turn. The fight is not really about which chatbot gives prettier answers. The fight is over who owns the approval checkpoint on your phone. CNBC reports that Google is previewing new Gemini-powered Android features ahead of Google I/O. The pitch is simple. Gemini can understand what is on your screen, move across apps, and handle multi-step jobs. Not just what's the weather, more like look at my barbecue guest list, build the menu, add ingredients to an Instacart cart, and then come back before checkout. That last part matters. Google's Android chief told CNBC, "The human is always in the loop." That sounds comforting, and it may be the right design, but it also reveals the real mechanism, call it the phone approval gate. An AI agent can gather context, prepare actions, and build the next step. But the platform decides where the gate sits, what the AI can see, which apps it can touch, when it pauses, and what gets shown to you before money, messages, reservations, or data leave the device. That is why this is conflict drama, not just product news. Google is trying to prove that Android can become an intelligence system before Apple finishes its own AI reset. Apple has spent years selling control, privacy, and the feeling that the phone is carefully integrated. But if Android starts making everyday chores feel dramatically easier, Apple's control story has to do more than sound safe. It has to feel useful, and Google has an odd second advantage here. Gemini is reportedly part of Apple's coming AI strategy too. So Google is racing Apple on phones, while also becoming part of the machinery Apple may use to catch up. That is a strange power position. Rival, supplier, and scoreboard setter at the same time. For users, the upside is obvious. Less copying, less app hopping, fewer tiny errands. The phone might finally understand the messy middle of a task instead of making you drag information from one app to another like a tired intern, but the catch is just as obvious. Once the phone becomes an agent, the important question changes from, "Can it answer me?" to, "What is it allowed to do before I stop it?" That question is not solved by one permission pop-up. It becomes a daily design choice, so watch the approval gate. If the AI prepares the cart but waits for checkout, that is one level of trust. If it drafts messages but asks before sending, that is another. If it can read the screen, jump apps, and make recommendations based on private context, then the platform is not just helping you use apps, it is standing between you and the apps. That is the pressure on Apple. It cannot just say our AI is more private. It has to show a better gate, clearer permissions, fewer surprises, and enough usefulness that people do not feel like safety is just a polite word for falling behind. The winner in this phone war will not be the company with the flashiest demo. It will be the company that makes users feel two things at once. This saved me time, and I still know where the stop button is. So when you see the next Android or iPhone AI demo, do not only ask what the assistant can do, ask where the approval gate is. The calmer, smarter user is not the one who refuses agentic phones. It is the one who knows exactly when the agent has to ask permission.